iRock Radio, the world headquarters of rock. It is Karolyi, backstage somewhere in the middle of Massachusetts.
We are in Mass.
Yeah,
the
Corey
state
Taylor.
of Mass.
How about that?
How are you?
Thanks for hanging with us in this trailer.
It's a moist trailer. It's very
it's swampy.
It's as my grandmother would say. It's humid. It's very humid.
Yeah, I used to have a history teacher say it's hot and humid.
Humid. It's sultry. It's sultry.
So how did you get hooked up with Aaron Lewis and friends in this benefit show that's going on tonight?
I've done this. I did this a couple of years ago with him, long time ago, and he reached out, and we've been friends for years, so it was like, I was able to make it work because we're on the road right now with Stone Sour.
Well, that was really the question.
Yeah.
How did you find the time to get out here?
We luckily had a day off, so we just kind of worked it in. We drove up ourselves, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, we just hightailed it up.
Old school, huh?
Oh yeah. Driving like Tennessee Williams, bring it on. Yeah, got lost. It was twice.
How could you not, though?
It's good.
I mean, we are in the middle of nowhere.
It's not. It's like, how did we get lost in such a metropolitan area, right? the gypsy was getting weird. Like, she kept recalculating us, man. Mm-hmm. I was like, at this point, I don't even know what state we're in.
Then you better hope you have enough gas because there's no gas for like.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was cool, and I was glad to do it. I believe in the cause, and. It's really cool, and I love the fact that he still does it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But, talking about making time to get up here for the show, and you're on tour with Stone Sour and Korn and doing that whole thing, but you also have a book coming out. Tell us about America 51.
America, it's my take on the whole socio-political culture we're going on right now, which is way more bark than bite. And it's just me just looking at everyone going, you're all fucked. Seriously? You're all, no one's right.
And we all agree with that.
Exactly.
And we do.
And it's, and I get labeled as a liberal so often. And yet people don't realize is like nobody hears my conservative views, So it's like, well, fucking stick it up your ass, man. You hate me for whatever you want. Mm-hmm. And, but essentially the book is me basically kind of trying to stand in the middle and get everyone in the middle, which is most of us, to kind of look around and go, oh, hey, yeah, by the way, don't pay attention to these assholes on the outside screaming their rhetoric in at us. Let's start talking to each other and start figuring this out. It has to start with us because that's the only way you change. You don't vote for change. You change it on your own, And that's what this book is trying to do. It's trying to sort out the bullshit and get people to really kind of look at it from a common sense point of view.
Mm-hmm. And you're working in some book signings and even like, I don't know, is it like a spoken word?
Yeah, I'm doing one gig. Honestly, it's, I was lucky enough to be able to book one at Irving Plaza, which was really cool. I've done it before there.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a small room.
No, it's sold out like that, man.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty ripping. It's one of the few places that I've done that actually I've done the trifecta. I've played there with Slipknot, I played there with Stone Sour, and I've done my solo thing there.
That's
so it's
pretty wild.
It's pretty rad, man. I'm pretty lucky.
Do you ever stop and like in a moment like that and take yourself back to when you were a kid, like my son's age, and think, how did any of this happen? And how did all of this happen?
Yeah, it's weird.
But it's pretty now because a lot of people don't have the time because you're like we were saying, you're so busy, you're here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
How do you have the time to step back and really look at what you've accomplished to date? And there's so much more to come.
You have to make yourself, there are the two schools of thought where there's the one that I don't subscribe to, whereas, you reach a certain point and you're like, all right, it's good. I'm just going to come sit back and bask in that and live off that. I've never subscribed to that. And then there's the other one, though, that sometimes I have a danger of getting into where you just kind of duck your head and you just go. It's just work, and you don't appreciate it. You have to make yourself sit back and reflect and be like, holy God, man. I used to live in a trailer with no bedroom. I slept in a bathtub. For years, I was homeless. I still remember what it's like to be hungry. And yet here I am, 30 years later. And I'm like, I'm still working, people still dig my stuff. I'm still getting all these great opportunities. It's just like, fucking pinch me, man. It's great.
And you always seem to be the most optimistic, upbeat, high energy guy, and you have every reason, to dwell on it. A lot of people get stuck on that. But you don't.
Well, and that's the whole fucking reason to play music, though. Mm-hmm. You play the music to work that out, man. Like that's the whole reason that you started listening to music in the first place. And I think that's why is because I'm still a fan of music. When I hear music I dig, oh fucking yeah, I'm fully sold, you know? I still listen to music with my whole body. I still listen to it with like everything. It just gets on top of me, you know? It's the way I've listened to it since I'm 13. So for me, why would I change any of that? You know, that would mean that everything that I was a lie. So for me, I still get stoked. Like even with newer bands, you know, like I still get stoked. I still get passionate about it, and I still go out of my way to promote them.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
you took Beartooth out
man.
years ago.
Yeah.
That band's awesome. And
Code Orange, which is a great band, man. That band is special. Like they are going to rise above this whatever scene really they're from, but they're special. Like, and I love being able to help with that, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't get anything from it. It's just as a fan, I want to see them succeed, you know. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
A show like tonight, I imagine you're gonna do a lot of cover songs just to fill your set. Name a voice that over the years, from the past or whatever, just evoked some emotion out of you. Just the voice alone, not a song per se, but just a voice from your musical past. It always.
Something that just kind of gets right on
the tone
top
of it. Always, almost no matter what they sang.
That's a great point. I tell you what,
it was
man.
always like a Rod Stewart. That voice.
You know, I was thinking about saying him, but I'll be honest, man. The David Gilmour's voice is so. It's such a great reflection of his guitar playing as well. You know, because I could have gone a little more modern. Because I'd go with Alice in Chains anytime. Sure. But there's something about Gilmour's voice, like the stuff that he sang, like even the stuff like this, the kind of like the throwaway stuff that he did in like Animals. Like, there's just such a great soul to it. And it's one of the reasons why he's still, to this day, like he's one of my musical heroes, you know? Not only the way he sings, but the way he plays. It's just, he's my all-time favorite guitar player.
Awesome.
Like always has been, yeah.
And he combines that with the voice.
It's criminal. It's like, you fucking asshole. Really? Come on, man. Some of us got to work for a living.
One last question for you. Stephen Wayne and I argue over how to pronounce the name of this song.
Oh, God.
I say Zzyzx Road.
Okay.
He says Zzyzx Road.
Oh, no, it's Zzyzx.
Yeah.
And that's going off of...
Son of a bitch!
I apologize.
No,
Here's the thing, though. Wait, I owe you?
Yes, somehow you
Why
now
the
you
fuck
owe
do
him.
I owe you? What the shit? Why wouldn't I answer the question?
Corey Taylor, thank you very much for
You're
hanging
very
with us.
welcome, man.
Thank
All
you for
good.
the time, as always, on iRock Radio, the world headquarters of rock.